time we are here, right? 4 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday. Then date of exam, Monday, May 6th. Time, look at the time, 3:15 to 5:15, 2 hours. Yeah. So everybody, yeah. So if the time, yeah, for some students, because here, in case, here I just talk about in case if it's not convenient for some of the students, I try to make adjustment for you. Yeah. First, you try your best to make at that time, but in case if you may come a little late, so don't worry, it's a little late, so I allow you to, I give you 2 full hours, okay? So when you come, I just give you 2 full hours to complete your test. Yeah, because actually I have back-to-back. So I have back-to-back final in this classroom. Okay? So if you come late, you sit in this classroom, but because I run another final exam after that. Okay? You just do not make noise. Yeah. So don't worry. So try to use the same time. In case that day not convenient for you, then you need to make appointment with the Test and Learning Center, University Test and Learning Center. Yeah. If Monday not convenient for you, so then you can make appointment, online appointment, Test and Learning Center. So they will send me email, so I just send the test questions to them. Yeah. Yeah, but try to do it on Monday. Okay? If you, for example, half hour late, don't worry, just come to the classroom. I write starting time on your test paper, just give you 2 hours, to complete. Yeah. So that's the, first message I want to, give it to you. Second, the questions. I plan to do in this way. Yeah. Because it's not comprehensive. Okay? You only need to prepare after the midterm. Yeah. Specifically, Module 4, Module 5. Only these 2 modules. Module 4 and 5. Okay? Do not look at, before the first 3 modules. Yeah. Then questions. 20 questions. I will give you 20 questions. Yeah. The 20 questions, so here, you will get 20 questions. All right, yeah. Then, the first 12 questions, 12 concept questions. Yeah, so, multiple choice, yeah. Short answer, true and false. Yeah. 12 concept questions, 8 query questions, okay? All right, yeah. 8 query questions, just similar to your homework query questions, okay? So the difficulty, although some of the questions are a little hard, yeah, but just in the same level, okay? Yeah. So basically, I used similar questions, yeah, but I modified the requirements. Yeah. So 8 query questions. Yeah. So in 2 hours, 20 questions. Yeah. I think the time, it should be enough. Yeah. For most of you, it should be enough. Yeah. All right. Yeah. If you have special requirement, you can let me know. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So that's the final. So if you have more questions, so you can ask me. Yeah. Oh, question.
The only question I would have is, since there's homework and quiz due this weekend,
Yeah. Yeah.
is there any way we can kind of get those answers?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Right. Right.
Before the final?
Right. Right. Yeah, before the final answer, I post answers. Okay,
Cool.
I post the solutions. Yeah,
Even,
answers.
the quiz 4 is still hidden.
Right.
The
Yeah.
last- the quiz 4
Quiz.
is a while ago. Still
Oh,
hidden.
quiz 4 I already opened. Yeah,
Did you open it?
yeah, I opened it. Yeah, I will talk about quiz 4 today. I select a few questions today. So answer I already opened. Quiz 5 after deadline I will open. Yeah, yeah, after deadline. Yeah, May 5th. May 5th, after May 5th deadline. So I will open the answers. Yeah.
Will questions be over the company database?
Yes. Right. Yeah. Over the company database. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another thing, I may do this way. Yeah, because company database, although you have impression, but I may print out the schema, the table definition. Yeah, one page. I attach. So the test paper, because you may like to see that, yeah, yeah. So I attach one page table definitions, all table definitions, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's the So all right. So that's the arrangement. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me move to the next part. Today, the content review for final. Okay, so today we do review for final. First, I explain a few questions in quiz 4. Then I will give you a few more query questions, mainly help you prepare for homework assignment 3B, yeah, part B of 3. Yeah. So a few similar questions, query questions. All right, so let's start. All right, yeah, so first, let's start from here. Yeah, all right. R.1, selected questions from quiz 4. Yeah. Yeah. I just, although I open the answers, but a few questions I may like to explain a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I saw a chat message. Yeah, let me look at the chat message. Yeah. When will you P1? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I will grade as soon as possible. Yeah. Recently, just too busy. Yeah, I understand. So I will grade P1 first, project 1 first. Yeah. So then I tried to complete it this weekend. Also homework 2, part B, right? To the query part. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So I have a lot of things. Yeah, because so many classes this semester. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I will. Yeah, this weekend, yeah, actually this weekend, because Monday, Tuesday, Monday I have 2 finals. Tuesday I have 1. Yeah, yeah, but I try to complete. Project 1 I could do earlier, faster. Yeah, so then I will do query. Query grading. Yeah. Then I post the answers. All right, yeah. So let's start. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, remote control. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Ooh. Yeah. Disabled, yeah. So let me quit first. What's wrong? My PowerPoint slides disabled. Yeah. All right, let me start over again. Yeah. All right, so first let me share the screen. Yeah. Then start a slideshow. All right, yeah, let's start. Yeah, the first question, if a SQL table does not have any primary key, is it possible for us to update a row in this table? Answer is yes. The reason, pretty simple, because so here I'm asking you, is it possible, right? Yeah, possible, yeah. So that means if there is a possibility to do. So suppose a table does not have any primary key, is there still some way to allow us to update a row in a table? The answer is yes, but that may not be 100%, okay? Yeah, so yes, so that's a, certain percentage, non-zero. So definitely it's a greater than 0%, but not 100%. Here, I'd like you to connect to our project, our project 2. Look at the project 2. In our project 2, last 2 tables do not have primary keys, but we can update. Remember? So the last 2 tables, no primary key, okay? Yeah, but we can update. Remember, how do we update? I give you the sample code. The way we do the update, we use the data of the first 2 columns. Because the data of the first 2 columns can identify the rows, based on our observation, okay? Based on our, yeah. Because we look at the structure of the tables. Based on the structure of the tables. Yeah. Yeah. That's for our 5 tables. Okay? Here we do not say for the general case. Okay? Here you cannot assume for the general case. So that's for our 5 tables. Okay? Yeah. So definitely it's not a general case. Okay? So it's not a general case. Yeah. But the question is if it's possible, right? So, so we have, actually we have good chance to do it. We have a good chance to do it. Yeah. Good chance, that means that percentage usually pretty high. Okay? That percentage is usually pretty high. Okay? Yeah. Because here we use the first 2 rows. We use the first 2 columns, okay? Yeah. If the first 2 columns are not enough to identify the rows, we can use more columns, okay? We can use all the columns. So think about it. The worst thing we can do, we use all the columns to identify, okay? Yeah. So worst case, so use all the columns of data. You know, the whole row, okay, the whole row, all to identify. The rows. Okay? So that's the, you know, the best we can do to identify the rows. The best we can do, yeah, but not 100%. You know, even we do this way, not 100%. Yeah, because if two rows have duplicate values, right? If two rows have identical values, then you cannot identify, okay? But not 100%. You know, yeah, less than 100%. Yeah, but that percentage should be very high, okay? Very high. Yeah. All right, so that's the first question. Yeah. Yeah. Second question, yeah, overlapping. Yeah, so I need to remove, okay, my handwriting. All right. All right. Question number 3, yeah, this one. We have several columns, C1, C2, Cn. Now we apply count function on different columns of this table. Can we say that count of C1, count of C2, ... count of Cn always return the same number? No. No. The reason is these some columns, they may have null values. May have null values. And we know when we apply the count function on column numbers, if the values for that column is null, those rows are not be counted. Okay? So we do not count. We do not count those rows whose column value, that C column value, if null, excluded in the counting. Excluded in the counting. Then you cannot, yeah, because for different columns, the number of null values could be different, right? The number of null values could be different, yeah? So then your counting result for those columns, the counting number could be different, yeah? So that's the, you know, the reason. Yeah. So when you apply count function, you should consider this problem, okay, the null value problem, okay? Yeah. All right. Number 5, there exists certain SQL table join operations such that if we do not use the aliases, we cannot join tables successfully. It's true. The special case is we join the same table, yeah, with different copies. Same table with our employee table. Remember our employee table, but when we use it as a supervisor, so we have a supervisor copy, employee copy. Okay? So here the reason, the same table, so join the same table in different copies. Okay? Yeah. So you need to use aliases to separate different copies. Yeah. Employee copy, we use alias E. Supervisor copy, we use alias S. Yeah. So one employee table, 2 copies. One employee copy, alias E. Okay? Supervisor copy alias S. Okay? Otherwise, how can you join? Right? How can you join? Yeah. So that's question number 5. Number 10, last question. Yeah. Last question. Yeah. Not the same. Yeah. Here, because we use null value. Okay? So we use null value. Yeah. So the answer, they are different. Here we use equal sign to compare. They are different. The reason is in SQL, null value, 2 different null values, they are treated as different. The reason is simple. Because null value, later you need to provide the true value for those null values. After you provide true values, so it's very likely they are different, right? So, for that reason, you cannot equalize 2 null values. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. But here, in case, so here we know if null values appear, they should be different. But remember, if I use double quotes around the null value, all right, then it will not be treated as null value, right? Double quotes, it's a string value. It's a normal string value. So then you should not use our special null value to interpret it. It's a string value. Okay? For example, for this question, if I put a double quotes around them, the answer is yes. Yeah. Because the same string. Yeah. So read the question carefully. All right? Yeah. So when we say null value, no double quotes. No double quotes. Just null. Okay? Yeah. Capital null. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so I only selected these 4 questions from quiz 4. Yeah. So the remaining 6, you just look at the answers. Yeah. All right. Next, let's move to query examples. Yeah. All right. R.2, examples for complex queries. Yeah. All right. The first question, look at this one. List the department number and the number of projects in this department in a query. Yeah. Yeah. Count. We need to use count function. Yeah. Because how to get the number of projects? We need to use the count function. Yeah. But when we use count function, we need to define groups, grouping. Yeah. So here, we need to consider that grouping. Okay? Yeah. How to do the grouping? Yeah. Yeah. So then another thing. Which table to use? Yeah. Yeah. Based on my grading before, query question grading before, many students use the round tables. It's very common. Yeah. Because there are many different ways to do the queries. Yeah. Sometimes the same question, you can use a different table combination. Yeah. That's possible. Yeah. But sometimes some students just use the round tables. Yeah. For example, this one, it's possible some students just use the department table. But here we don't need to use department table. Here we use a project table. The project table. Okay? Yeah. So because this department number is included in the project table. Each project, yeah, so the department number in that project, yeah, all right, yeah, controlled by that project, right? So we talk about project control by department. Yeah. So there is a department number in the project table. So then we can count number of projects in this department. Okay, so let me write a statement. Select DNUM, department number. Yeah. But here we only use the project table. Okay. DNUM in the project table. So we do not need to use department number to give the project information. Yeah. Or D number information. Yeah. If I ask you department name, then you need to use department table. If I do not ask you for department names, then you do not need to use department table. All right. So then count the number of project, yeah, group by DNUM. Yeah. So each department is a subgroup. Yeah. So we define subgroups by department number. Okay. So we apply the count function for individual departments. Yeah. So each department we apply count function once. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the first question. Second question, list the department number. Oh, they're the same? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I remember I cut it different. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, probably I picked the wrong one. Yeah. Yeah. So here, because you can see the answer different, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the question, yeah, so here you can see the question, not department, project number. Here you can see list the I picked the, I did a screen shot cut, but when I select, I took the wrong one. So list the project number, okay, yeah, here, let's look at the meaning now. And the total number of hours, okay? Total number of hours for the project. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Project, yeah, not department. So here, we count total number of hours. So group by the project number. Okay? So each project is a group. Here, the information we get from works on table. Works on table list employee SSN. So works on table ESSN. Yeah. All right. So then ESSN, each employee works on works on the project and the department number, right? So department number, number of hours, right? So not, yeah. So employee, ESSN, yeah, and the same time the project number, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the works on, we use project number to define the groups. Yeah. So each project, all right, there are list of employees spend certain number of hours on that project. So that's works on table. Now we take sum, aggregate function, sum of hours for all the rows. Yeah, each row is for one employee. So for all the rows with the same project number. So yeah, so that meaning, yeah. So that's the right question. Yeah, so I copied the wrong one. Yeah. The next question, number 3, list the department number. Oh, this is the previous one, right? department, right? Oh, yeah, slightly different. Sorry, easy to confuse. Yeah, so this is a different question, but slightly different, because the previous one we list the project number. This time we list the department number, okay, and the number of hours used on projects by the employees in this department. Yeah, so it's different from the previous statement. Yeah. But here we need to use two tables, the project table and works on table. Yeah. Works on table, we just have the project number, but we don't have department number. Okay? The works on table, we have project number, but we don't have department number. And here we are asking for the department number, so we need to use the project table to provide department number. So that's the reason we need to join these two tables. Okay? Yeah. All right. So when we join, yeah, so they have the same project number, different names, yeah, but the, same concept. Yeah. Then group by, this time, group by department number. Yeah. So not project number. The previous one we group by project. This time department number. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then sum number of hours in that department. So different groups, different group definitions. Yeah. All right, so that's the third example. Okay, all right. Example number 4. Yeah. List the first name and last name of those employees whose spouse was born in the same year as the employee, spouse. So when you see it, we need to use the dependent table. Dependent table. Yeah. But we also need to use the employee table, because in order to get the requirement here, employee and the spouse, their birth dates in the same year. So we need to get their birthday information. So employee table, we get employee's birthday information. Dependent table, we get spouse birthday information. So we need to join these two tables. Then, after we join these two tables, we need to compare the year, birth year. Yeah. So not month and the dates, only year. Okay? So there is a year function we can use. So in SQL, we just use the year function. We only compare the year number. Yeah. All right, so that's right. So the first name, last name, employee table, capital E, alias, dependent table as D. So then we join these two tables. That relationship, spouse. Okay? Then the birth year comparison. Birth year comparison. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. This one different from one of your homework question. Homework question, as I remember, the age difference, spouse and employee, more than 2 years or less than 2 years. Yeah. I mean, just there is a difference. Yeah. So then you may need to use some special functions. Yeah. So you may need to do some online search, how to represent difference between two dates. Yeah. So there are several ways to represent, the difference. Yeah. Yeah. So in this part, actually, you have several different ways. Yeah. Several different ways. Yeah. If you like, if you want to use year function, it's also okay, right? Yeah. Yeah. One birth year, yeah. birth year number, we know it's a numerical value, right? Year number, yeah, is greater than the other one by a certain number. Yeah. So that's also a possibility you can use. Yeah. Other than that, so there is a difference function you can do. You know, you define the difference of two dates. You know, yeah. So there are a few ways. Yeah, you just find one that you understand better. Yeah. Number 5, find the average salary for those employees who do not have any supervisor. Average salary. Yeah. Do not have supervisor. Do not. Yeah. To represent. Yeah, you have different ways to represent. Do not have supervisor. Remember, we have 7 employees whose super underscore SSN values null. Okay? 7 employee whose super underscore SSN null. Is null. Okay? That means we should calculate the average salary for those 7 employees. Yeah. To write that, is null, right? Yeah. So one way you can use is null. Is null. Yeah. But there is another way. You know, some students may use this way. You join 2 tables, 2 copies of employee table. One employee copy, another supervisor copy, but the supervisor copy, you know, super SSN, yeah, that one, yeah, although you can do it, yeah, but it's a little harder, yeah, yeah, so this way, yeah, yeah, as I remember, yeah, this is another way, okay, yeah, not is null, you can use is null to do it. So this is another way. So we use not exists function here. Not exists function. Yeah. So we practice not exists function here. Yeah. Yeah. But this time, the inner query that we use in the not exists function, we write that exists condition. But that exists condition fail. Okay? Yeah, because we know that super underscore SSN, when it is null, it fails. Right? Yeah. So here, although we do not specify that null, so when it is null, so this condition is false, you know, or it returns nothing, right? Yeah. So actually, this query statement does not return anything. So the not exists function is true. Yeah. So we use this way. Yeah. Although this way is harder than that is not. If you use is not operator, is, yeah, SSN, you know, yeah, not SN, super underscore SSN. Okay? Yeah. So that would be easier. So you apply the average salary, you know, yeah, on those employees with this condition where, yeah, super underscore SN is null. Yeah. Yeah. That easier, yeah. But this way, it's a good example for this not exists function. Although not necessary here. Yeah. Yeah. Next question. Find the department name and the number of locations. Yeah, this time we need to look at department locations. All right. Of this department. So we have a department location table, right? Yeah, we have a department location table. Yeah. Such that it has the most number of locations. Yeah. All right, so department name, so you need to use department name, because location table, you don't have the name, you only have the department number. So you need to join two tables, department table and the department location table. All right, yeah, so here we use nested query, okay? All right, so the first, outer query, it's a department table. Yeah. So here we do not use that join, yeah. Although you can write a join version. Yeah. Yeah. So I will give you the second solution, join version. Yeah. So the first one we use nested, correlated query. Yeah. So the outer query, department. Yeah. So when we get each department, then we get into the inner query, yeah, because this time the department number is fixed. Yeah. So in the inner query, yeah, all right, inner query, yeah, so here, look at the structure. This inner query, we use it to make a table with alias T. So here you can see, actually we define a temporary table. We define an inner temporary, yeah, so this one is harder to understand. Yeah. My next solution will be easier. Yeah. But harder to understand, you can see, you can do solution like this. You can do solution like this. Yeah. All right, so here our inner query is in the from clause. So we make a temporary table. Yeah. So learn this way. So this way you can do, more. Yeah. So here we make a temporary table. The temporary table comes from a query. Select D number as dnum, then count function as location num from depart underscore locations, group by department. Because here we want to count for each department how many locations. Yeah. So here you can see this inner table. So here we create a temporary inner table. So this T, yeah, is a temporary inner table. Okay? Yeah. Then, when we run our query, we want to use this temporary inner query, T. So we have alias, so we can access this temporary inner table. Yeah. This temporary inner table, there are two columns. Okay? The first column, department number, dnum, department number. Second query, number of locations. Okay? Loc num. All right? So department, for example, department 1, 5 location, department 2, 3 location, department 3, 4 location, and so on. Okay? Yeah? So you have this temporary table like this. Then, now you can work on these two tables. Yeah. Yeah. One existing table, another derived temporary table. Yeah? So this, you can learn this way. Yeah. This way, so you can, allow you to do more complex queries. Yeah. All right, so now join these two tables. So D number. So when you join, just the same way you join two ordinary tables. Okay? Yeah. All right. So connect. Then order by, you want to sort. Yeah. Because the location number here, we want to get the most number of locations. So you want to select the largest. Yeah. The department number with the largest locations. So you sort you sort descending order. Descending order. So the largest is on top, the first one. Limit 1, you only take the top row. Okay? Limit 1, that means you only take the top row. So the top row, the department number, yeah. Department number with the largest number of locations. Yeah. So the department number you join with the department table in this way, so you can get a department name. After you join, so the department name is, corresponds to the location number. Yeah. Yeah. So that is the, complex. Yeah, it's complex. Yeah. So you need to try very hard to understand. Yeah. But this way, you can solve many problems, many query problems this way. Yeah. Yeah. All right. The second, we do not need to do that. Second way, understanding, much easier than the first way, because we do not need to do nested query. Yeah. We just join two tables and do it directly. Okay. All right. So join the same two table, and then, because after the table join, group by, yeah, because when you apply the count function, group by department number, yeah, so the definition. Yeah. Yeah. All right, but after that, yeah, okay, so group by, yeah, then order by C, yeah, so here, because here you use the C, yeah. Order by C. Yeah. Yeah. Because when you do the query result, D name and the count number, you can sort. So order by, you sort by that C column, descending. That limit 1, first one. Okay. Yeah. Although you can apply max function, yeah. So some students, you apply max function, yeah, yeah. But here, these two just two solutions. Yeah. You can write many different versions. For example, you can use max function, and you can use max function and in operator. Yeah. Remember the max function. There is in operator. Okay, max in operator, yeah. And or. Another is, greater or equal, right? Yeah. So, greater, equal, or, right? Yeah. There are so many different ways. You can solve the same problem, same query problem. Yeah. So here, just a few examples. Yeah. All right. Number 6. Yeah. Number 7, find the average number of locations per department in the company. Yeah. Then, locations, right? So here, the average. Yeah. So this question, it looks simple, yeah, but when you do it, actually you need to do it 2 steps. Yeah. So that's why I want to show you this example. Although it's a simple question, it looks simple, yeah. But when you apply aggregate functions, you need to do in 2 steps. Yeah. The first step, you need to count the number of locations, right? Yeah. Average number of locations per department. You need to count number of locations, the first step. The second step, after you have those count numbers, then you take average. Aggregate average function. So 2 steps. Okay? All right. But 2 steps you can do in one query. One query, you apply the count function, so you can generate a temporary table. Right? Yeah, remember our temporary table way. Yeah? Yeah. Temporary table, then you apply aggregate function on that temporary table. The second step. So that logic. Look at the solution. Solution, temporary table, still in the from clause. So you use that parenthesis, okay? From clause parenthesis. That's your definition of the temporary table. Okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah, but remember, when you make a temporary table, always make an alias. So it's required to give an alias to a temporary table. Otherwise, your temporary table will be lost. You cannot reference your temporary table. You make it, but you couldn't use it because there is no reference. So for the temporary table, actually, the DBMS will force you to use an alias. Yeah. So if you do not provide an alias, the DBMS would complain. Yeah. You have to provide an alias. Okay? So here, the alias LN, yeah. All right. So location number, all right. So in this inner temporary table, you count the number of locations, CNT alias, yeah, group by D number. So each department there is a count number of locations. Yeah. All right. So that's your temporary table. Then the outer query, so inner one, outer query, you apply average function on this temporary table. Okay? Yeah. ln.cnt. ln.cnt. So you take the reference of the alias of the temporary table, capital LN. Then .cnt. Yeah. All right, so the CNT alias. Average. Yeah. So this way. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So here, I mean, these examples, so you can see when you make your queries. Yeah. So a lot of places you can, so even in the table from clause, so you can put your inner query. All right. Yeah. So then, the last question, query question today. Yeah. List the project name and the number of employees who work on this project so that there are the most number of employees working on this project. This is the, a complicated one. Relatively complicated one. Yeah. So just, yeah. All right. List the project name. Yeah. So we need to have a project table first. The number of employees who work on this project. Then works on table you need to use. Okay? Then, so that, the condition part, there are the most number of employees working on this project. Most, maximum number. So when you need to get the maximum number, first, you need to get a count number first, right? Yeah. So for each project, the number of employees work on that project, you need to get that information first. Yeah. Here, if you use one of our previous examples, so you can create a temporary table, for example. Temporary inner table. Inner table, you just count number of employees working on individual projects, group by projects. Yeah. So in the works on table, you have project number. Yeah. Now you count, number of employees, group by project. But that's your temporary table. Okay? Yeah. All right. So then, after you get that temporary table, you need to join the temporary table with other tables. Okay? Yeah. So the the project name. So you need to join with the project table. Okay? Use project number to join them. Yeah. So then the maximum, you can use descending order, the top row sort, order by descending order. Yeah. So that's just the one possible solution. Yeah. Yeah. So you can do it in other ways. Yeah. All right, so here, let's look at the solution. Yeah. 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 So here you can see, yeah, actually this one we do not use that inner table way. Yeah. So here we just use two table join. Yeah. So that inner one, so because we learned from the previous example. Yeah. Here you just join these two tables directly. Okay. Yeah. After you join, group by project number. Yeah. Group by project number. Okay. So then you apply the count function. Yeah. Count, we know that works on table based on the employees, ESSN. So each employee, the ESSN, based on that. Okay? So when you count it, that's counting the employee numbers. Yeah. So that's what we need, yeah. Employee numbers. Yeah. So then you need to sort in descending order and take the top row, so you get largest count number. Yeah. So that's, you get a solution. Yeah. Definitely you can write other different ways. Yeah. So remember, most of the time there are more than one solutions, most of the time. Yeah. 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 So when I do grading, so basically I base on your logic. Okay? Yeah. So I try to understand your logic. So if your logic is correct, so then, I just give you the points. Yeah. Because sometimes you may have some minor problem, so if the problem is not important, so then it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes, if you have some problem, not that small, okay, not that small, so then I need to, take 1 or 2 points, based on the problem. How big is the problem? Yeah. Yeah. So for that reason, when I grade your query questions, it's very slow, yeah, because I really need to follow your logic. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I may need to do experiments. If I couldn't figure out, so I need to do some query experiments myself. Yeah. But most of the time, I can figure out. I can understand your logic. So I just base on your logic to grade your answers. Yeah. 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 So that's why usually it's relatively small. Relatively slow. Yeah. But it's okay. Yeah. So I try to use this weekend to complete that grading. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I estimate I need to use 1 full day to do your query grading. Yeah. Yeah. 1 full day should be enough for query grading. And grading your project, I do not need 1 full day. Yeah. I just need a few hours, 2 or 3 hours. I can complete your project grading. Yeah. Yeah. For query grading, I need the whole day to do it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So although still a few minutes, but because I cannot do much. Yeah. Yeah. Although it's possible I can talk about project a little bit, but only a few minutes. I cannot talk much about project. But for the project, although I already explained in 3 classes, yeah. Yeah, but I will look at my sample code again and see if there are a few places that I need to explain. So then I just make some videos So when I see, for example, jQuery and AJAX, how to use jQuery to do AJAX, for example, those things. If I see something that I feel I should explain, so then I make some videos, then I post. Yeah. Post, after, so here we have P1, P2, P3, right, for the project. So then I may post the P4. So if I find something to explain, so I will post P4 link. Yeah. So, for you to study. Yeah. So other than that, so we just follow our plan. Okay. Yeah. Follow our plan. Yeah. All right. So that's